Before I get started, let me show you this. If there wasn't already 1,000 reasons to own a Lee turret, check out this pick. It makes a great stand for a camera. One more for the Lee. Good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike here for another try at the video making. This one's about how do you mark your powder. And it all started off in January on an Uncle Jim chat, one of the Saturday night chats, which I like to refer to as the primer scare of 01-21. So we ran short of 22 ammo just like you guys did years ago, and we didn't get any until 6 months after you, so our shortage is coming here sooner or later. So I ran out and stocked up. I don't think I'm going to need any for a while, and I hope not. Anyway, at the same time that Uncle Jim's chat was on, Dummy Round came out with a video, and he was talking about how he likes to put the date on his primers, and I really like that idea. I think we all know that it's a good idea. It's not a new idea, but sometimes you got to be reminded of things you already knew. I mean, we already put our dates on our wild game and our fish and food we buy at the store, so we can use it up accordingly. So I ended up taking his idea just one step further. Probably because Booze and Bullets got involved in it too, and he was doing an inventory and marking all his primers, and I had already marked all mine, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to do the powder too. So we'll get to that in a second. As far as the primers go, I changed it up a bit. I put the date and where I got them. And the reason why I put where I got them is because I want to know if I got them from a reliable source when it comes time for some important ammunition, you know, for a hunting trip or something special. So we've got them all marked here now. These say Cabela's. The only reason I put Cabela's on there was because I got these ones there, but I did get some others at other stores. It could have just said store or new or retail or something like that, because I thought I was being smart a couple of summers ago, and I bought some primers at one of the local gun shows, and even though I saved about $4 on each package here, I'm second guessing that now. I probably shouldn't have bought them. I don't trust them. I don't know who they came from. I don't know how they were stored. I don't know how old they were, and if I ever need to load ammo for something important like a hunting trip or a shooting contest or something, these are not going to do. So I'm going to burn these up right away, I think, with fouling rounds and sighters and things like that, which is why I marked gun show on them. So I know these are ones that I want to get rid of. Anyway, okay, on to the powder. So how do I mark my powder? Well, first let's see, all these powders. You know, all I see right here in front of me right now is a bunch of marketing. We've got all the fancy colors and the pictures of cowboys, and we've got a little bit of reloading data. And that's all fine and dandy. That stuff's all available in the book. We have all the info we actually need. However, there's more info that I want to make it easier when it comes to picking charge loads. So the idea that I had, well, it's not my idea. I'm just telling you what I learned from another channel, and that was Gun Blue 490. And he just kind of mentioned it in passing and then continued on with the rest of his video, and I really liked the idea, so I stuck with it. So I made up these little labels that I tape to my canisters once I've opened them, because I don't really care when I bought them. They stay sealed until I need them, and then once they're open, that's the date that matters to me. So I've of course got the name. I wrote down month and year I opened it. For interest's sake, I've got my cost on there. So in Canada, we average about a penny per grain for gunpowder when you put in the taxes and all that stuff. The two important pieces of data, though, that are on these labels are the VMD, volume measure of density, from Lee, I think, and the burn rate position on the chart. Now, I used, I think, last year's chart, and these numbers, you know, they'll change. These numbers will go up or down a little depending on where on the burn chart they were that particular year. If something's discontinued or a new one's introduced, this will change. But it still gives me a really good idea of where on the burn chart this powder is. And I'm just not going to try to remember it all. So we can tell when we look at the burn chart rate, you know, what a powder is generally good for. You know, shotgun, pistol, rifle. Trail Boss is kind of an exception. It's a fast burning powder, but it's very bulky and low pressure, low power. Pistol and rifle. Tight group we think of as a pistol powder, and the number reflects that, which is great. However, the other thing I mark my powder with, if I have a load that works for me in a particular type of firearm or a particular type of shell, and I'm happy with it, I also make a note of that and I put it on the jar. Now this one says pistol caliber shot shells. Spear didn't actually have red dot in their loading data for that, so I had to do quite a bit of research, and then I was pretty happy with what I ended up with. So from now on, I know that I have loads developed for this powder for that purpose. And same thing goes for like Clay's, Trail Boss, and Tight Group, which I'm going to do some 223 loads for, because as some of you might know, I like low power, low velocity, you know, small game type ammo. And Clay's and Tight Group for sure are not normally thought of as rifle powder, although there are loads published for both these powders for 223 at subsonic or transonic velocities. So once I find a load that works, if I'm happy with this one or if I'm happy with this one, then it'll get the same treatment as the red dot. It'll have an extra sticker on there that says, you know, 223 subsonic, after I've tested it, of course. So that's how I mark my powder. Thanks to Jim's chat and the primer scare of 0121, and a reminder from Dummy Round, and a refresher from Booze and Bullets, and a little bit of help from Gun Blue 490, probably, I don't know, 6 or 8 months ago. And oh, one more thing, PCC Kid mentioned that our labels appear to be different in Canada, so we'll give him a good look at this. Now, normally this would have had an English-French sticker on it, like, you know, like this one here, this little extra sticker. And it says not for resale in USA, and English and then French on this half. And that's got to be export rules or something like that. I don't see anything else changed. However, on the Alliant website, I did see 2 different pictures of red dot powder in addition to this one, so there's at least 3 for red dot. I'm not sure if it's just new labels they're trying to get with the marketing department, or if they change the label when they change the formula slightly, or what they're doing. However, that's a look at how I mark my powder. Everybody, thanks very much for the comments on the videos. You know, please even just chime in to say hello, and then I can have an avatar to click on so I can see if you've got a channel and maybe there's something there of interest that, you know, that I'd be willing to watch. And have a great day. Mike out.